Some of our earlier videos introduced the idea of footwork and how to train footwork. So what I want to do with today's tip is put that into context. It's a great idea training your footwork, and I do want to encourage you to train as much as possible. But what you need to be able to do is develop hand-leg coordination with your footwork training. So when we looked at the ideas before of turning and stepping and using this Bumar idea, okay, we're going to try to look at how you would do that, including your hands and your legs together with a person. A good idea, and we do this with the beginners quite often, is Pakdar training. Basically slapping and hitting. So it's a very direct, quick way of moving, and it's a great drill to train. All beginners should train it. There's a lot of fine points that you'll get from it, and that's what I'm going to introduce you today in today's tip. So Peter, if you come forward for me, please. So we'll start with the simple idea of crossing the bridge. So we're in the Warsaw position, we've crossed our bridge, and we're starting in this position here. Now, the idea is, with Pakdar, is that you hit as directly as possible towards your partner. So from here, the obstruction to me hitting my partner is the fact that his arm's in the way. And that arm could be a punch, throw the punch forward, so I'm bridging here. So it could be a punch. Or, in this case, that punch is just going to be an arm that's there in a static way for me to practice. So, because this is in the way, I'm stepping forward and slapping. And as I step and slap, I either punch straight or I side punch. Okay, I hit bang with the side of the arm. Now, as I go from here and I hit, what's a good idea is that I move in a direct fashion. So if you remember in the earlier blog video that we did, we spoke about pushing off the back leg and driving forward. Do you remember we turned? If you don't remember that, recap, look at the earlier videos. We turned and we stepped. Now what you're looking at doing is applying that drive with the back leg, so moving the back leg in a triangular fashion to step and hit. So we've got a simple idea which we can build up for our own training, where I'm sitting and I move in and I hit, and then I move back. Okay? I move in and I hit, and then I move back. I push off the back leg, that engages the power. The flip side of that is that my partner can also do the same thing back to me. So he can actually come in, and then I can move back. If he moves back, I can follow up. So it becomes an idea where he attacks and I hit. Go, he attacks, and then I hit. But the idea is that I might be riding the distance, go, and as I ride the distance from this position, as he moves away, I hit back. But what I'm learning to do is to get out of range and in range. And that's something that I emphasize a lot in the theme of my training and the way that I teach my students. Because if a punch comes in, one, it has to go back. And this is the idea behind doing this, relating this to this very traditional Pakdar idea, where you hit, and as your partner hits, here, bang, you hit back. So you've got this idea where you're putting the two together. So from a training perspective, it relates basic hand-leg coordination. You're stepping with your hand and legs, which is crucial for any form of self-defense, any form of application of fighting styles, because what you're not doing is leaning with your head and throwing your hands. You're driving and you're using your hands and legs together. You can do it on a heavy bag, you can do it on a wall bag, you can do it on a speedball, but do practice it. So, train it, train hard.